This Lumary water timer is a smart Wi-Fi water timer with a plethora of features to help keep your gardens looking their best. It's compact, easy to install, and makes watering your gardens a snap. Let's jump in and take a look. So out of the box, the water timer is in sleep mode, so you'll need to wake it up by pressing its button for 5 seconds. You'll want to have your Wi-Fi username and password handy for the following steps, and make sure you connect it to your 2.4 GHz network, as it will not work with 5G. The timer's battery can be charged using the included USB-C port or via its solar panel. With no sunlight, the timer's battery will last for approximately 15 days. Once the timer's up to 10 timings have been set, even if it goes offline, it will still operate according to the timings that have been set. Its water flow requirements are 2 to 25 liters per minute. Less than this won't drive the flow meter, and more than this can result in water shortage error messages. Historical messages will only be available when the meter is online. When the meter's water valve is open for 20 seconds and there's no water flow, a water shortage warning will appear under the online status indicator. If the battery's out of power when the water valve is open, you can charge it via the sunlight or by connecting a charger to the Type-C port. There is a rain and snow delay timer that can be turned on manually, and no watering will take place until the timer interval is completed. When the timer's in sleep mode, the water valve won't respond, so you'll want to reserve this mode for winter when the timer's not being used for long periods, depending on your climate, of course. So let's do a quick unboxing and give you a sense of what you get in the kit. Right now, the price of this is 75 US dineros, and that's on sale for like $4 or $5 off on Amazon.com, I think. But so yeah, let's open this up and we'll see what we get. It says Lumary Solar Wi-Fi Timer right on the front of the box. You can see the little solar panel up front. And in the box, you've got a user guide, a little pack with some installation and hose adapters, and then in the pack itself, let's tear this thing apart here. Get this out of the way. So you basically have your timer itself, and the timer, you just kind of twist it with both hands, and you can see it has a USB-C port here, and that's for charging the battery. So this little puppy has 2 ways to get charged. Either it's the USB-C port or the solar panel on the front, and then it also has a button here that you can use to wake it up from sleep mode or put it into pair mode. And in both cases, you just press and hold the button for 5 seconds. The other thing that you're going to need besides the timer itself is a phone, because you want to download the Lumary app and pair this with the phone, which is fairly easy to do, and then you'll be able to set your 10 different timings if you need that many of them. In my case, I'll probably just set 1 or 2, but it's pretty straightforward system, I have to say. So, you know, that's basically what you're going to get in the kit. And next up is let's get it paired up to our phone, and we'll take a look at the app, because that's where the magic happens with this device. So let's see if we can get the device paired up. I've already got mine paired up on my iPhone 13 here, but if you didn't, you can just hit the plus sign here and it'll say add a device. You can click on that, and then you just press the button on the side of the control unit here, put it into pairing mode so the light's flashing, and you will be able to pair the device pretty easily. And so what you're going to see, let me just go back here, mine's already paired. You'll be able to hit the green button here, and you can turn the water on or off without going into the app, or you can go into the app and then you'll have all the features available inside the app. So one of the first things you're going to find in your kit is this little, it looks like a little bearing, and if you pop this out like so, we'll just put that over there. And this is what they call Teflon thread tape. And this just goes around the threads on your sink or your garden hose or whatever you're hooking up to. And you know, you want to go around 2 or 3 times. Make sure you've got an ample amount of tape, and then you can just pull it and break it. and then pop it back into its case. And now you can, when you go to attach your timer, you're going to find that you won't have any leaks. Now we can turn the water on. And that's really all there is to the installation. So let's take a look now at some of the easiest things you can do with this app. So say for example, like if you look here, I've got 0 hours, 0 minutes, I've got 30 seconds on the interval time for watering. So a simple thing to do is just hit the on button. And you can see the timer is counting down here for 30 seconds. And so that's kind of cool, and it's also telling you how much water is being used over here. So I'm not going to bore you, let it run all the way to 30 seconds. But so, you know, when you look at the panel here, it's really clear to see the last time use, the end time. You can see your remaining battery power. So it looks like we're about 50%. You can see the day's weather, and then you can also look at your water volume. Which is pretty cool, I have to say. Okay, so just so you don't think I'm leaving anything out here, I'll show you how I set the minimum 30 seconds. So you can set the hours, minutes, or seconds. I'm just using the minimum time of 30 seconds, so I'll say yes. And so what I want to show you now is the timer function, which is at the bottom right corner. And so sleep mode is off. You have a rain or a snow delay. If there's bad weather coming, you can go in and set a time interval there for the amount of time that you want the system to be off. But then what I want to do now is let's add a timer interval. And so basically it's Tuesday today, and it's 12:46. And so the next thing, I've got to set my duration here again. So we'll just use the old minimum here, which is 30 seconds. We'll say yes. Oops. There we go. And now I'm going to set my time. And so I'm going to go to 12. I don't know if I'm going to be quick enough to do 47 here, but there we go. There's 47. I'll hit yes. I'll hit save. I'll hit confirm. So I basically just nailed that one. Let's do it again quick, just so you don't think I'm... okay, so let's set a timer. And let's add one. So it's 12:47. Okay, so it's Tuesday. I'm going to set the minimum delay to 30 seconds. I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to set my time. We'll make it... Whoops, way past here. There's 12. So let's set it to 49, and we'll press yes. And then, so we've set it to 30 seconds here. We've set it for the right day, and we're going to hit save. We're going to hit confirm. And the second the clock here hits 12:49, looks like I might have to speed up the video a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay, and now, just in case you didn't see it earlier, you can actually turn your solar panel to angle it up towards, to align it with the direction of the sun, and then your USB-C charging port is right here. It looks like I've got some Gorilla Snot on the side of this already, but yeah, nice, really nice little feature. All right, so let's do a bit of a reality check and wrap up this video by saying that, can I recommend this? That's really the big question. And the answer is yes. I think this thing is really well made. It's been well thought out. The only thing I think somebody might struggle with is the 24-hour time. You know, with the app, but other than that, it's not too difficult to figure out, right? You know, 12 is 12, 1 is 13, 14, 15, and so on and so forth. Other than that, I think it's a solid product. I think it's really well made. And what's the use case for this piece of kit? In North America, and especially Canada, where I live, cottagers, it's a huge thing here. People take off on Friday night and go to their cottage, come back on Sunday night. I know, I used to be one for 16 years. And so, you know, just imagine you've worked all summer to get your gardens in shape. You got beautiful flowers. You come home on Sunday night and it's been a real hot and steamy weekend and your flowers are all dead and wilted because they didn't get adequate watering. And especially if you're away for a longer stretch of time, like a week, holy cow. And so just remember that once you set the interval on this, even if it's offline, it's still going to fire off on that interval that you've set. So I think the use case for this product in Canada and North America is for, you know, anybody that's traveling. They're going away from home and they want to make sure their gardens and flowers are watered properly. This is going to be a real game changer for them. So if you found this video useful, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell for me. I really appreciate it. And give me your thoughts. I mean, if you want to see other content like this, let me know. This was just another product that was sent out by Lumary. And, you know, I really have to I kind of take a close look at what they offer me and decide whether it's something that there's some real value in it for you guys. And this thing here really intrigued me just for my own garden around the house because I'm lazy, right? I can just pick up my phone and plug in a timer if I was going to water the garden for me. That just saves me time. So there you go. Thanks again for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Take care now.